Crime, Wine, and Chaos contains adult language and graphic content. Listener discretion is advised.
You've got to fight for your right to party, Chaos Kids. I'm Amber.
Fuck yeah, you do. Yeah. And I'm Naomi. And this is Crime, Wine, and Chaos.
Yep. Oh my God. That was some foreshadowing.
Excellent. Yes. I love a good foreshadowing opener. I try to do those. It doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not as prepared as other times, but
right.
I like it when it happens.
I'm never prepared, so it's okay.
That's not true, sister.
I am
that is not
flying
true.
by the seat of my pants at all times, but that's how I like it. You know?
Okay.
It's how I roll.
So. If you say so. What's going on with you?
Thank you for asking. I was in the studio again this week doing my vocal tracks.
Fun.
I know. So, stay tuned for the latest EP from Tinfoil Top Hat.
Awesome. We'll be on the listen out for that.
That's right. That's how that goes. What's going on with you?
I mean, same old. I don't got a lot.
Okay.
I don't think.
You don't think? No.
I've been in the kitchen a lot. I made a bunch of food recently. I've been feeling real homemaker again.
Okay.
I actually made a batch of I made a pan of homemade rolls today because I made a bunch of soup last night and then realized I wanted to have soup today, but I didn't make any rolls. So now I have soup and rolls.
Good for you. That sounds amazing.
And I'm really excited about that. That's going to be dinner after we finish recording.
Good for you.
That's the excitement in my life right now. At least the excitement I'm willing to talk about on air.
Got it. Got it. Yep.
I'm still digesting like a whole bunch of fucking family tea that you gave me right before we started. And I'm a little bit like overwhelmed.
Sorry
right
if I spilled the tea. Sorry about that. Do you want to get your mind off of it by telling me a terrible crime? Is that?
You know what? I think that's exactly what we should do.
Okay, great.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered. So let me do that for you. Let me tell you about Ryan Poston.
Okay.
Ryan Carter Poston was born December 30th.
Oh, it took me longer than
delayed response.
Wait, why do I know that? That's my birthday.
1982.
Okay. Capricorn.
To parents Jay Poston and Lisa Carter in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. He had 3 younger sisters from his mom's second marriage with Peter Carter, Allison, Catherine, and Elizabeth. Jay and Lisa divorced when Ryan was little. He was described as an adoring and protective big brother to his sisters. Oh. The family was still very tight-knit even after the divorce, and Ryan was extremely close to his dad. And when Lisa married Peter, Ryan also bonded with Peter and considered him another dad who loved Ryan like a son, which is why Ryan's middle name is Carter. He had it legally changed to reflect his love for his bonus dad.
Oh, that's sweet.
Ryan was a smarty pants. In high school, he studied at the International School Manila in the Philippines and the International School of Geneva in Switzerland.
Oh my God.
Yep. He later attended Indiana University where he triple majored in history, geography, and political science, and then went to law school at Northern Kentucky University in Highland Heights.
That makes my head spin. Holy
I know.
Shit. Good for him.
I said he was a smarty pants.
Dang, you weren't kidding.
No. After completing his Juris Doctor degree from the Salmon P. Chase College of Law at NKU, he began working as an attorney in Cincinnati, Ohio, residing in a condo in Highland Heights, Kentucky. So like Cincinnati is right on the border between Ohio and Kentucky.
Yeah.
And Highland Heights is like just across the border from that.
I have friends that just moved to Kentucky and they work in Cincinnati.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So Ryan was also a really good looking guy.
Jeez, he's just the full package, huh?
He is the full package, like tall, dark, and handsome. 100%, right?
Yeah.
And he had this huge heart. One friend described him as super nerdy and super sweet.
Oh.
He was an avid chess player. Another friend said they used to joke that he would run Ryan's first political campaign for him for free. That's how certain his friends were that Ryan was going to do big things.
Mm-hmm.
By 2011, Ryan was 28 and well established as an attorney, and it was no wonder because lawyers were a family profession. His grandfather had been a lawyer for 54 years, and one of his uncles was also an attorney. Ryan did mostly civil law and was a good attorney with a fairly successful practice at this point.
Mm-hmm.
One day, scrolling on Facebook, he came across the post of a friend of his cousin's. It was Shayna Hubers.
Okay.
Shayna was 19 at the time, and in the picture, she was wearing a bikini, enjoying spring break. Long brown hair, big, beautiful smile. Shayna was gorgeous, and Ryan liked her post.
Mm-hmm.
This led to them connecting on Facebook and then to meeting up in person. Shayna, who was raised in Lexington, Kentucky, was a smarty pants too. Her mom was a school teacher who was proud of her daughter's academic success. Those that knew her considered her a genius. She was a gifted student who took pride in her studies and her abilities. She was in the gifted and talented program. She was described as obsessed with her schooling. Her childhood friends said she was sweet and kind-hearted. Mm. Shayna took many AP classes and excelled academically and received many awards for academic excellence and leadership.
Jeez.
She also participated in music and drama in school. And in college, she graduated cum laude from the University of Kentucky with a psychology degree after only 3 years and moved straight to a master's program in school guidance counseling.
These people, man.
Smarty fucking pants.
Smarty smart pants. Yeah.
Ryan and Shayna quickly started dating, and they would have a relationship for the next 18 months. But to say they were on again, off again throughout that time would be an understatement.
Oh.
Right from the start, Ryan's friend Allie got a vibe from Shayna. She found Shayna to be cold on their first meeting, and she could tell right away that Shayna was obsessed with Ryan.
Oh.
She said that it was clear that Shayna was definitely determined to get Ryan to settle down with her, and when that wasn't happening, she was getting pretty upset about it.
Mm.
Everyone who knew Ryan said that he was not looking to get married anytime soon. He was very busy at work, and getting married was not a priority for him.
Also, she's only 19.
Uh-huh.
Jeez.
A friend of Shayna's from high school would later say that Shayna had always been kind of emotional and volatile when it came to rejection. And Ryan was starting to learn this for himself.
Yeah.
Ryan kept trying to end things with Shayna for good, but Shayna wouldn't let him. She admitted in a text to a friend that Ryan, quote, says he's only with me because I make him feel so awful about it when I cry.
Oh.
Ryan didn't want to hurt her feelings, but Shayna refused to take no for an answer. She would come to town and just show up at Ryan's condo unannounced. Ryan texted his cousin at one point, quote, this is getting to be restraining order level crazy. She's shown up at my condo like 3 times and refuses to leave each time.
This is giving Jodi Arias vibes.
Which is exactly how this case is described.
Okay.
Ryan couldn't have gotten a restraining order if he wanted to. In Kentucky, the law requires that they either live together or are married for one of them to be eligible for a restraining order.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
He also sent Allie a message on Facebook that said, quote, literally probably the craziest fucking person I have ever met. She almost scares me.
Oh, no.
If Shayna couldn't get a hold of Ryan on his cell phone during the day, she would call the receptionist of the building where he kept his law office and ask for him, or she would just show up there. She would text Ryan 50 to 100 times a day. A friend of Ryan said that she basically would exhaust him, wear him down until he gave in and did the easy thing, which was to just stay with her.
Oh, my God. This sounds awful. I can't even imagine being in this. Poor Ryan.
Right?
Oh, my God.
But Ryan's neighbor, Nikki, says there was another side to the story. She felt like Ryan was playing mind games with Shayna. She says Shayna confided in her that Ryan was emotionally abusive, that he would tell her she needed a boob job, a facelift, that she was fat and needed to lose some weight. Shayna took care of his laundry. She took his dog out when it needed to go out. She bought his groceries. She did all kinds of things for him. This neighbor did witness them arguing outside the condo late at night, the yelling and screaming, waking her up, and that this kind of thing happened often, according to her. She said their relationship was definitely toxic.
Yeah.
Ryan's friends and family denied that there was a dark side to Ryan that they didn't know about and that Shayna was lying about him being abusive in any way.
Okay.
The weekend of October 12th, 2012, Ryan tells Shayna that she can't come over. He has plans. What he doesn't tell her is that his plans are for a date that Friday night with Audrey Bolte, Miss Ohio USA from 2012.
Oh no, this is gonna fucking set her off. Miss Ohio.
Who he also met on Facebook.
Ruh-roh. This is not gonna be good.
And she looks exactly like you think she does.
Really?
Oh yeah. Just a perfect Aryan specimen of like blonde perfection.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He was really excited about it and told someone at work before he left with a big smile on his face, quote, "I have a date with Miss Ohio tonight."
Oh.
And his friend at work responded to him and said she was nervous about how Shayna would react to that and encouraged Ryan to change his locks, to call the police and get a restraining order, and that he needed to be done with Shayna for good.
Yeah.
Ryan and Audrey had plans to meet up at a bar that night in Milford, Ohio around 9:30 p.m. But Ryan didn't make it.
Oh no.
That same night, a call comes in to 911. It's Shayna. When the operator asks what the emergency is, Shayna says, quote, "Ma'am, well, I killed my boyfriend in self-defense."
Oh, fuck.
She tells the operator that he beat her and tried to carry her out of the house, and she went in to get her things and he grabbed a gun. She says she grabbed it out of his hand and pulled the trigger. She goes on to say that it's been 10 or 15 minutes since she shot Ryan.
And she's just now calling.
That's right.
Okay.
At the station, in the interview room, her behavior was weird.
Mm-hmm.
And Shayna was super chatty.
God, this is so much like Jodi Arias.
She just talked pretty much nonstop for almost 3 hours.
Uh-oh.
She was read her rights and she asked for an attorney. And the officer tells her that he can't ask her any questions then. And then she literally just talks anyway. Like she can't not talk.
God.
At one point, she asked the officer, "If you go to jail, are you allowed to keep your phone?" She also asked one of the officers about their dental work and compliments them on their teeth.
What?
She is seen on the footage crying multiple times, but it does not read as real. No tears come out of her eyes.
Oh, no.
The first time is at the beginning of the interview when the officer like brings her in and sits her down and then leaves her alone for a minute. She starts to cry or like she's trying to cry. But as soon as the officer like exits the room, she stops immediately and like looks down and starts picking at her nails.
Oh my God. It's like, do people not realize that they're being filmed when they're in these rooms?
How many times have we had this conversation?
God.
Like if you're going to put on a performance, you have to keep it up.
Yeah, stay in character.
Even when you're even when you're alone.
God.
Because you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
They're watching you.
Oh my God.
At other times, she's seen laughing, and when she's left alone again, she's seen dancing and twirling around the interview room, snapping her fingers, and then she makes a little sound with her mouth, and she says, "I did it. Yep, I did it." And then she sang Amazing Grace.
No. Oh my God.
It is one of the wildest police interviews I have ever seen.
That is weird. And that is really giving Jodi Arias vibes because Jodi Arias was doing cartwheels.
Yes.
And like, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. But laughing, just in there by herself laughing.
No, like when she'd answer certain questions and
Oh,
things that
okay.
she would say, she'd have like a little at the end of it or
Oh my
whatever,
God.
you know?
Yeah. Okay.
So the officers were literally switching turns being in there with her because she was talking so much they could only be in there for so long before being exhausted by her.
Oh my God.
And throughout the whole thing, She's claiming that Ryan was abusive throughout their whole relationship, including pulling guns on her in the past. She said that night he was throwing her around the room, even picking her up by her throat, her face, her ponytail. She stated that she knew Ryan was violent and crazy. She alleged that she had her head banged into a few different things that night. She said he picked her up, threw her against the bookshelf, and called her, quote, a goddamn hillbilly.
Does she have any bruises or marks on her that look like she was assaulted that night?
Barely.
Uh-huh. Okay.
The crime scene did not support Shayna's claim of a violent physical altercation.
Right.
There were no signs anywhere that a struggle had occurred in the condo. Ryan's body was found in the dining room, well inside the condo, between the dining room table and the far wall. Definitely not just inside the door.
Right.
Ryan was a gun owner. He owned multiple firearms and was licensed to carry. His habit was to put his handgun on the dining room table after coming home from work.
Okay.
So it wouldn't have been right there in his hand when he opened the door and
No.
like pulled a gun on her.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but Shayna's story about how she got her hands on the gun changed at the police station from what she told the 911 operator. Because the second time she told the story in the interview room, she said he was yelling at her in the dining room and she picked up the gun off the table and shot him.
Oh, that's very different than like he's aiming it at her and she wrestled it away from him.
Yes, it is.
God.
She described the scene, quote, he was laying with his face on the table, like twitching. And so I knew he was going to die. I walked around the table and I think that's when I shot him in the head. I shot him probably 6 times. Shot him in the head. He fell onto the ground. At this point, she has gotten out of her chair and onto the floor and she is pantomiming Ryan on the ground, twitching, fake crying as she tells it. And then she says, quote, his glasses were still on. He was twitching some more. I shot him a couple more times just to make sure he was dead because I didn't want to watch him die.
Whoa. She's very unwell. Also, you're still watching him die. You're just speeding up the process.
Right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
She went on to say that he was either going to die or be deformed in the face because she shot him in the head and he's vain. He's the kind of person that wants to get a nose job, and where she shot him, she gave him the nose job he wanted. And then she almost giggled, but then tried to turn it into tears.
No. She gave him the nose job he always wanted.
Yes.
That is fucking dark. I don't have words.
So after this insane interview, Shayna Hubers was arrested and charged with murder.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan had been shot 6 times, twice in the head, once in the chest, 3 times in the back. After her arrest, photos of her body do show some slight bruising, but nothing that would indicate a life or death struggle.
Right.
Shayna was indicted on December 20th, 2012, and entered a plea of not guilty on January 16th, 2013. At her bail hearing, Shayna's mom, who's a whole other character,
Oh boy.
wanted Shayna to be released to her, but the prosecution thought Shayna was a flight risk. In her interview at the police station, she admitted that she had wanted to get in her car and just leave.
Yeah.
On the stand, Shayna makes herself out to be an amazing girlfriend, saying Ryan was going through a lot and he needed moral support and she was always good to him. She also said she had good reason to fear him, that he was obsessed with guns. She would claim that there were just guns lying around Ryan's condo at all times and that he had a habit of randomly picking them up and shooting things inside the house.
Okay. Is there any evidence of things being shot inside the house?
Not really.
I
And his friends and family insist that Ryan was always a responsible gun owner and that her claims were not true.
Yeah, no shit. Also, I think that would warrant a call to the police. If you're in a condo complex, people would hear that.
Right?
Just like target shooting in your condo. Nobody who does
Right.
that. God.
Right.
Okay. Wow.
So the judge set Shayna's bail at 1.4. Well, I saw it set it said 1.5 million. I saw another place where it said 3 million. So somewhere between 1.5 and $3 million, way more than her parents could afford.
Mm-hmm.
As investigators worked on the case, Ryan's cell phone records were astonishing. There were hundreds of thousands of messages, most of them from Shayna.
Whoa.
For every one message Ryan sent to her, she probably sent 50. As far back as February of 2012, 8 months prior to his murder, Ryan wrote to her, quote, "You can tell people you broke up with me."
Oh.
Part of her response to that was, quote, "I love you dearly, far more than you deserve." In March, he texted her to stop texting him. In April, he told her he no longer had the patience to deal with her. Another text in April, this time Ryan sent one to his cousin, said, quote, "She came to my place on Sunday morning and I literally had to pick her up and throw her into the hall."
Mm.
But the two were back together that summer, although it went sour again in late August. He texted Shayna, quote, "I'm turning off the phone and padlocking the door."
Yeah.
And then she sends him 100 text messages until about 9 hours later, he tells her, "Yeah, I'm not reading any of that and you need to stop."
Oh my God. This might be the most obsessive I've never heard of somebody so obsessed before.
So obsessive.
This is scary.
Then she showed up at his condo, let herself in with her own key, and Ryan had to leave to stay with his dad that night because she wouldn't leave his place and wanted to keep fighting with him. Shayna's trial started April 13th, 2015. Shayna's defense attorney would stand firm on this being a case of self-defense. He used a lot of the Kentucky stand your ground laws.
Mm-hmm.
Evidence presented by the defense would show Facebook messages sent by Ryan to his friends that indicated he was a very angry man. He had a falling out with his law partner who was suing him. In late August of 2012, he says to one of his friends, quote, "I want to rig explosives to everything I see."
Oh.
In another message, days before his murder, he writes, quote, "There's nothing I want more than to just scorch the fucking earth and leave this entire city in a pile of burnt rubble." The prosecution would contest that this was valid anger over the lawsuit with his ex-partner, but that none of that anger or rage was ever directed at Shayna.
Right.
And the prosecution had their own text evidence from Shayna that indicated this was not something that she did in a moment of passion. She texted a friend that she fantasized about killing Ryan. The couple were going to a shooting range together and she wanted to, quote, "turn around, shoot and kill him and play like it's an accident."
Whoa. I wonder what the friend's response was to that.
Can you imagine? We've talked about this. Like your
like,
friend texts you something like that.
I think that warrants a phone call to some. I mean,
We should talk about this, sister.
yeah, we need some help here. Let's not do that.
What are
my
we doing?
God.
It was like when it was like the Amy Fisher case. And she was sitting in the hairdresser's chair, and the hairdresser was talking about getting a gun and murdering the girl that with the woman that was with her boyfriend now or whatever. It's
Like, sister, let's not do that. I don't think so.
who even? And she's just like, "Speaking of guns, do you think you could get me a?"
Oh my God.
Right?
Uh-huh.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
According to Shayna's mother's testimony,
Mhm.
her baby girl, by the way, can do no wrong.
Gotcha.
Okay. The day before the murder, on Thursday, October 11th, 2012, Ryan brought Shayna with him to his mom and stepdad's house that night to watch the vice presidential debate, and then she slept over at his condo.
Okay.
Shayna called her mom at 3 a.m. that night, very upset. Ryan had already told her he didn't want to spend the weekend with her. Shayna's mom drove out to meet with her at Ryan's place and got there around 5:30 that morning. Shayna needed comfort from her mom.
Stop it.
Ryan woke up at 5:30 in the morning to find Shayna's mom in his living room with Shayna lying on the couch, her feet in her mom's lap.
Stop it. Oh my God, poor Ryan. Get these fucking crazy women out of my house and out of my life.
Right?
Oh my God.
But when Shayna's mom talks about it, she talks about it like she needed her mom. So, I went over there and I was comforting her. And
Who does that? At 5 o'clock in the morning, go save their adult child from a boyfriend's house at 5 o'clock in the morning because they need a hug.
like, I think that was like a long haul, because I think that's one of the reasons why she called her at 3 a.m. but didn't get there till 5:30 a.m. Because I think
God.
it's like an hour and a half drive, because I think her mom's in like Lexington, which is like a good hour and a half or more south of
Wow.
Highland Heights.
Wow. Okay.
Ryan's downstairs neighbors testified they heard the gunshots that night, but what they never heard was any fighting, yelling, or any physical struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Shayna also admitted in her initial interview with police that she remembers clearly turning off the safety on the gun, which was a clear indication to authorities that she made a decision to shoot Ryan.
Yeah.
Not only that, but after the first shot, Ryan was down and no longer coming at her. She had a clear line to the exit and could have left, but she didn't. She stepped closer to Ryan and continued to fire, blood splatter on the gun itself, indicating how close Shayna was to Ryan's body when she shot him the subsequent 4 or 5 more times.
Jeez.
Shayna's former cellmate also testified.
Uh-huh.
She said Shayna bragged about killing Ryan and that she laughed, quote, about shooting him in the face and giving him the nose job he always wanted.
Oh, shit. Yup.
She also said that Shayna told her she, quote, was going to plead insanity, but she was too smart because she has the IQ of Einstein, so she was going to plead battered wife syndrome instead.
Mm-hmm.
On April 23rd, 2015, after a mere 5 hours of deliberation, the jury found Shayna Hubers guilty of murder and recommended a 40-year sentence with parole eligibility after 20 years.
Okay.
Shayna's attorneys argued for a new trial, stating that they were not allowed to present evidence and witnesses that would have shown Shayna killed Ryan in self-defense. Her attorneys also asked the judge to recognize Shayna as a victim of domestic violence, which would reduce the amount of time she would be required to serve before becoming eligible for parole.
Mm.
Under state law, a regular sentence would mean Shayna would have to serve 75% of her term, or 34 years, before becoming eligible for parole. But if she was recognized as a victim of domestic violence, she would only have to serve 20% of her sentence before she could be released.
Oh, okay.
4 months after being convicted, Shayna Hubers was sentenced to 40 years in prison with parole eligibility after 20 years, just as the jury recommended.
Mm-hmm.
The presiding judge also declared that he did not believe Shayna was a victim of domestic violence and that he had considered a sentence greater than 40 years.
Yeah.
Following her sentence, Shayna's attorneys moved for a new trial. It was granted on August 27th, 2016, overturning her conviction on the basis that one of her jurors concealed a felony conviction.
Oh.
Kentucky law prohibits convicted felons from serving on juries.
Fuck.
Shayna's second trial began on August 8th, 2018.
Man.
In her second trial, the defense maintained the assertion that Ryan was an abusive boyfriend. The prosecution stuck with the narrative that Shayna was enraged that Ryan finally wanted to end their relationship for good. After 5 hours of deliberation, a jury again found Shayna Hubers guilty of murder. This time, she was sentenced to life.
No.
With the possibility of parole, she will have to serve 17 years before she can be considered for parole in 2032.
Wow.
Ryan's dad, Jay, read a statement at sentencing. In it, he called the media and the public to task for what he called a horrific violation. He said he was watching TV and saw a picture of his son's body flash on the screen.
Oh.
Quote, "Millions of people are being entertained by viewing pictures of my beautiful son lying dead on the floor of his home. What an horrific violation."
Yeah.
As he read his statement, Jay occasionally turned his head and glared at the defense table. Quote, "Ryan did not ask to be murdered. He was a victim of murder. Because of this crime, we must bear witness to this invasion of his privacy and the theft of his dignity. This violation happens in the press, in the media, and even more egregiously in this very courtroom by the defense's strategy of personal destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Jay also lashed out at Shayna's mom.
Good.
Quote, your daughter is sitting right there, breathing, laughing, and speaking. She may one day sit at your table for your Thanksgiving meal. Meanwhile, I wait in the middle of the night, every night, anguishing that I may forget the sound of my son's voice, the warmth of his embrace.
Oh.
After the sentencing, Jay said, quote, 40 years the first time just wasn't enough to send a clear message of life. This is justice for us.
Yeah.
During Shayna's second trial, she married a fellow inmate, Unique Taylor, a trans woman. Shayna filed for divorce on January 14th, 2019, stating the marriage was irretrievably broken.
Okay.
And she is currently still incarcerated in the Kentucky correctional system.
Gotcha. Wow.
And that is the murder of Ryan Poston.
Oh my God. That's awful. She, did I wonder, do you know if anybody came forward who had dated her in the past of like,
I didn't see any articles about that. I saw exes of Ryan's come forward and they had lots of things to say, but I didn't see any exes of hers come forward.
Because that just is fucking unhinged.
Well, part of it seems like unhinged. And then the other part of me felt like, here's this overachieving, really smart young woman.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of almost came across like, nothing's going to happen to me. Nothing ever happens to me. I don't have consequences. I'm smart and I'm cute and I get away with it and I never lose. They'll believe me. It was self-defense. I just have to say it was self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
I think she had she was really certain of herself.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, sorry. God.
But I am telling you, that interview is one of the wildest. If you have time to
watch
go
it.
track down her initial intake interview, wild.
I got to see that.
Wild.
It sounds wild. Fuck. All right. I've got to get my readers on here.
Yes,
Yep,
I know.
second.
I know.
This is how we do now. Okay.
This is where we're at. This is where we be at.
Okay. Well, I do have a little bit of a palate cleanser.
Great.
Okay. We're going to go on over to Haren, Netherlands.
Okay.
Haren. I think it's Haren.
I love me an international adventure. Let's do it.
Okay. It's in the northeastern part of the Netherlands. It's a really quiet, peaceful place, not a tourist spot at all. A very upscale neighborhood.
Okay.
Merta was a teenage girl living in Haren. The home she lived in looked like the house from the movie Home Alone.
Oh, okay.
It'd
Yeah.
be like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Merta played volleyball and her friends described her as really funny and fun to hang out with. In September of 2012, she was about to turn 16. And
wait, 2012?
Yes. This is the fall of 2012 too.
We did it again.
I know.
What?
Get out of my brain.
This is I could say the same to you.
Okay, fair.
All right. Anyway, okay.
So September of 2012, she's going to turn 16. She tells her parents she wants to have a 16th birthday party at home.
Okay.
In the Netherlands, 16 is the legal drinking age. So 16 is a big deal.
Yep.
So
we're getting wasted.
Merta, like most teenagers, was super active on Facebook at this time. And so she created her birthday party invite on Facebook. She had 78 people that she was inviting. But when she posted the invite, she forgot to mark the event as private and it was posted as public.
No.
Retro. Yeah. So the event was made about 2 weeks before the party. And by the next day, she's at school. And during her lunch break, she checks her phone and she has 3,000 people saying they're coming to her party.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
Boy.
Do you remember that time you called me and you were like, I went home to check on sister. Mom and dad were out of town.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you were like Uncle Buck trying to get up the stairs. Like, excuse me,
That's
me, pardon me,
exactly what
excuse me.
happened. I was like, what is going on? Yep. Yeah, this made me think of that. This unintentionally getting out of hand. So
Yeah.
bad. So, and all of these people are sharing the event on their pages as well. So
Oh, 100%. This is going viral now.
it's just steadily growing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The party's renamed the Project X Party after the 2012 movie Project X, where 3 friends throw a 17th birthday party while their parents are out of town. I haven't seen the movie, but I guess
I haven't seen it, but I know of it, just barely.
Yeah.
Like, just barely. But it was like a shit show, right?
Yeah, they want to throw the biggest party in history, and they hope that it's going to help them get popular because they're like dorks, you know.
Right. That's a classic high school comedy
For
movie
sure.
trope.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Merta is freaking out. The numbers are going up and up and up. She's at school at this time, and she's attempting to delete the event. But in 2012, Facebook's like mobile app was limited. She wasn't able to delete the event until she got home and like got on her computer.
Okay.
So right after school, she races home, and she knows that she needs to tell her parents what's going on.
She has. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mom?
Yeah. Yeah. But she says her parents didn't really understand Facebook. Like, they don't understand the magnitude of the situation. Her mom's like, you sent too many emails. Like, she doesn't get it. So she pulls open the event on her computer and shows her dad the event, which now says that 17,000 people are going.
17,000?
Mm-hmm.
This is turning into a summer festival series or something. Like, what?
Oh yeah, that's in here. Hold on.
Oh my God.
So her parents let the police know just in case all these people show up to their house.
Oh my God, can you?
No. The whole time I was like, this was just like because of one click that she missed. It has snowballed into this. So bad.
Cancel.
God. You know, sometimes old school is best. Mail out your invites. Seriously.
Just call a friend.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, but the police, they don't really understand Facebook either. They're like, okay, like, thanks for the heads up. Merta, she deletes the event in hopes that this would take care of the issue, but it's already been shared by so many people.
Yeah, everybody's got the deets now.
Yeah, and some rando just recreated the event and named it Project X, and it goes viral.
Oh my God.
And Merta even gets the invite to the Project X party at her own house.
I'm like so anxious right now.
There's even
Poor Merta.
There's even memes going viral of Merta photoshopped into like a Project X movie shot, like her face on this.
Oh my-
Okay, so Haren is a really small town in a larger city that is Groningen.
Okay.
And I love this. Groningen has a night mayor. A night mayor.
Like he has the night shift?
Yes, the night mayor was responsible for all of the nightlife in the city.
It's not to be confused with a nightmare.
No, night mayor.
Mayor in a rural
mayor. That's right. I want to be a nightmare. That sounds amazing.
You couldn't be a nightmare.
I know.
You go to bed at like 7 o'clock.
8 o'clock. I like this.
You are not fit for nightmare.
Okay.
You can be pre-dawn mayor.
Okay. Well, I like the concept of a nightmare. Okay, this guy's pretty awesome too. So he deals with problems at bars and festivals, and the nightmare sees this event online, and pretty soon he starts getting phone calls from other residents in Haren who are concerned about this Project X party, right? Marta is finally able to get in contact with the rando who reposted her party, and she's asking him to take it down, but he's like not budging. He's like, no.
Because he's a dick. Yeah.
Mhm. She is able.
It was secretly the nightmare.
Plot twist. He needed a project. Things were slow. Oh my god. In this show that I was watching, by the way, which is Trainwrecked, on
I know it's yours.
he's like drinking a scotch and has sunglasses on. The nightmare. So funny. Good for you. Okay, so Rando is like, I'm not taking it down. She notices that she has like a friend of a friend through Facebook of this guy. So she gets his phone number. His name is Horik. And Merta's dad gives him a call. And Merta's
Oh.
dad tells him that people are already staking out their house and taking pictures. And this isn't a joke. They're legitimately afraid. So Horik makes a post that the party has been canceled and he takes down the event.
It's still too late.
It's too late. People are pissed, and within a few hours, the event is posted again by someone else.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, there are 30,000 people saying they are going.
Sounds about right. That's more than half the number of people that were at that Pearl Jam concert we went to at the Gorge.
I know. That was epic.
It was epic. There were 50,000 people there.
Fuck. Yeah, at the Gorge. This is in a house.
I know.
I can't. Okay, so Merta tries to reach out to the new admin of the new post and really tries to convey how serious this was, asking this person if they could please take down the event. But the only response she got was eat shit.
Yeah.
So fucking rude. Mhm. So rude. Okay. So we're now 4 days away from party time. And there's a map that gets sent out on Facebook for the party, like it was a festival. It shows the main stage, where the main stage will be set up in front of Merta's house. I don't know who's doing that. It says the event is sponsored by Heineken. What?
What?
There are Project X t-shirts made for the party. There's an announcement on the local radio station, and a billboard goes up in town about the party.
God.
It's so wild. Oh, man. So at this point, Merta isn't even leaving her house to go to school. Her and her family just stay inside with the curtains closed because people are constantly in front of her house taking pictures. She said it was like the purge.
Just staring at her phone in horror as the numbers keep ticking up.
It's now 1 day before the party, and the nightmare is really trying to come up with a solution to this problem, right? And he decides that the only solution was to organize an alternative party outside of Haren. Because he's like, these are kids that are going to show up. They have to have something to do or they're going to make shit up themselves.
And it's going to be bad.
Yep. So he's hoping.
It's going to be like Woodstock 99.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So he's trying to get the city council and the daytime mayor to like approve the alternative party, but also close all of the roads off going into Haren. But the daytime mayor refuses to close the roads or to allow an alternative party. Instead, he goes on the news and makes an announcement that the party was canceled.
The daytime mayor is an idiot.
Uh-huh.
Everybody wants to hang out with the nighttime mayor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He's drinking scotch and wearing sunglasses at night. He's fucking cool.
He is cool. He also just tells the nightmare to just work with the police. And then the nightmare
Yeah,
is
because
like,
the police are historically really good at this stuff.
mhm.
Yeah.
He's like, this is not going to be good. But there wasn't
Nope.
anything he could do to persuade daytime mayor. So now it's the day of the party. And city council is posting on their page that there is no party and please don't come to Haren. And they get 4 likes.
And it was like Merita's parents, like their neighbors.
Uh-huh.
It's like
Uh-huh. Yep.
It's like the people on their street.
Yeah. 4 likes. So on the day of the party, there were now 350,000 people invited.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a large city.
Right. Uh-huh.
But daytime mayor's like, it's fine.
Yeah, this is fine. Work with the police. So people, the comments on the party page are wild. There's people that have rented party buses and they're like, anyone need a ride? We've got a seat on our bus. Several of those. There was a
Oh my
whole
God.
bunch of people that snapped photos of like their open car trunks just full of alcohol with like a
Oh my God.
caption, on my way to Haren.
Oh my God.
16th birthday party. By 1 p.m. that day, there are already people gathering in large numbers in front of Merita's house.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple of officers out there, and they eventually decide to close both entries onto her street. But what's that can do? As the numbers outside her house continue to grow, Merita and her mom started to feel unsafe, so they decided to leave. But her dad stayed behind to watch the house and look out for his neighbors.
Uh-huh.
Merita and her mom head out of Haren and go stay at her aunt's house, and they watch the coverage on the news of her house.
Oh my God. Happy birthday, sweet 16.
Oh my God. There is traffic backed up like all through town to get into her neighborhood. Every time a train came into the station, everyone got off and walked in a stream all in the direction of her house.
Like they were going to the stadium for the big game that night.
It was fucking chaos. Uh-huh. By 7 p.m., there's definitely a party in the street happening.
Mm-hmm.
Merita's neighbors.
Is there merch? There's merch, right?
Well, there was t-shirts.
There was already
t-shirts, yeah. Merita's neighbors had secured their homes and were just like peeking through the blinds at the madness outside. I can't imagine looking outside and seeing that.
And they started all chanting for whatever artist they thought should be on the main stage.
For sure. There's no stage. There's no main stage. So at this time, everyone's in good spirits. They're not doing anything destructive. People are playing their own music on boom boxes or Bluetooth speakers that they had brought, whatever. They're drinking in the street and yelling and having a good time. But as the night went on, more and more people are showing up and it's becoming not so peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
There were only about 10 officers there and all of them looked scared.
Yeah, they're way outnumbered.
Mm-hmm. They had one of those removable metal barriers set up sort of in front of Merita's house, but people are like shoving and getting rowdy, and it very quickly starts to go bad. People are throwing bottles. They tear down that barrier. It's like a full-on riot now.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. They're taking down the street signs. They're throwing Molotov cocktails into cars.
Holy shit.
Uh-huh. One party goer said it was like Call of Duty. And eventually they're not just in Merita's neighborhood, but they spread out all around town. And they bash out the windows of the grocery store and like steal a bunch of shit.
Oh my God.
And Merita and her mom are still watching the news, and people are being taken away in aid cars who look like pretty injured, right?
Oh my God.
Parts of her neighborhood are on fire. Cars are destroyed.
Jesus. This all started because Marta accidentally set her invite to public.
Yep. Two of the dudes that were there had like this, they were trying to get big on YouTube, and they had a channel that was kind of like Jackass. And they filmed all of this and got like 1 million, views like the next day. Like, yeah. So by midnight, things have calmed down. People are starting to leave. The following day, residents are returning to their homes and businesses, and the entire town is destroyed.
Oh my God.
But luckily, everyone in the community came together, and by the end of the day, just about everything was cleaned up. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There was an inquiry into the daytime mayor.
Hey, daytime mayor.
Daytime mayor. Like, why did you respond to this so poorly? The nighttime mayor basically said, I told you so. Daytime mayor publicly apologized for his poor decision-making and resigned.
Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Wow. In disgrace.
Yeah.
Because of Project X.
Because of Project X. A few years after the party, Mirta ran into Jorge, the original event reposter, at another party, and she immediately recognized him, and he recognized her, and he like profusely apologized to her, and she told him, "Don't worry about it. It's all in the past. It's all good." Yep.
Like, yeah, you fucking asshole.
Yep. And that
you helped make this happen.
I can't even. That's the Project X, the real Project X in the Netherlands.
The real Project X.
Not clicking private turned into that.
That's what they call the butterfly effect.
That would be a good chaos story.
The butterfly effect?
Yeah.
Write it down.
You write it down.
No,
you do it. That sounds like one you should do. Oh my God.
That was insane. I was so anxious for her.
I know.
And her parents.
It turned out okay.
I mean, mostly, but still, that is wild.
I know. Yeah.
Well, she'll never forget her 16.
No, she won't. Shit. The dangers of Facebook. It's a cesspool in there.
You got to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
I bailed on Facebook a while ago. But.
Yeah, I'm not super active. I'm not active on Facebook at all. I just exist there. What are you gonna do?
Well,
yeah,
close it, get rid of it.
Yeah,
like our other sister did too.
I know. The other sister.
The other sister.
Yes,
we did it.
We sure as shit did.
We made it. That was amazing.
That was. Sign up for the Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.com, yakety yak, crime, wine, and chaos.
Don't talk back.
Don't talk back / that back.
But come talk to us. Actually, do talk back. We want to talk. You can join the Patreon as a free member too and just hang out over there.
That's right. What else?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Give us a review. Write us a review if you have an Apple product, write us a review.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah, we do. We love that. But wherever you're listening to us, give us a rating, because the more ratings we get, the easier it is for people to find us.
That's right.
So.
Oh,
sister, I love you. I really love you. But that was so fucking chaotic.
It was chaotic. Goodbye.
Bye.
Crime, Wine, and Chaos is produced by 8th Direction Records. Artwork by Joshua M. Davis. Music by Jeremy Williams. If you would like to support the show, you can visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/crime, wine, and chaos. Cheers!